Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Yes, again, as with the beginning of every one of these calls, the reminder of choice that we all have. Choice to give meaning to that which is fundamentally meaningless, to choose how we're going to see things. Now, isn't it interesting how simple that is? It's so simple, isn't it? Type in the comments, it's so simple. That doesn't mean that it's easy. Simple and easy are two different things. With that being said, yes, it is simple. But, you know, hold on a second. I think there's some static here on my microphone. There, is that better? I think that's better. Okay, good. So it's so simple. It's so simple, yet it's not easy, is it? Why isn't it easy to look at things from a different perspective instead of based from what the facts are? Well, it's simply because our conditioning. It's just because we're used to thinking from our senses, used to giving meaning to things of, oh my gosh, that's what it is, to the point of where there's a belief that's attached to it. But see, this is where you get to override it. And you know what? It's a challenge to do that, especially when the paradigm is strong. But guess what? If you do step into overriding it, eventually it will become easy. Remember, all things are difficult before they become easy. Say that. All things are difficult before they become easy. And that right there is something important to get, because when you have an understanding of that, it helps you to maneuver, it helps you to get started, to take that next step. And that's what we've been studying here beautifully within everything that's been happening in this beautiful gym here, the Master Key System. And by the way, if you don't have a copy of this, make sure you do get a copy of this. If you want to read along word for word with what we're going through, then get this exact copy with this cover so you can read along with us. Now, just to let you know, we do realize that we are getting to the end of the pages of this book. And by the way, hasn't it been amazing? It has, hasn't it? And we will be announcing soon the next book that we'll be going into. Just be patient there. It's coming to you. Now, with that being said, remember, it's application, it's use, it's implementation, it's practice. And through that implementation, practice, use, that's when the new patterns emerge. That's when the new beliefs can come in. But again, this is where you have to do the work. Now, make sure that you have your goal card with you. Go ahead and wave this here, this wonderful, beautiful idea, which is an idea. It's something that you imagined. And the thing you need to remember is, with regards to this, though, you don't manifest what you write down. You don't manifest what's on a vision board. What you manifest is how you feel about them. What you manifest is whether or not you're connected to the idea, whether or not it's in you. See, there's a difference between seeing something and thinking of it, than thinking from it, then accepting it and connecting with it. See, when you connect with it, when you're one with it, guess what? It's part of you. And because it's part of you, your subconscious mind will see, oh my gosh, it's part of you. And then what'll happen? It'll start to externalize this in the form of an outcome. Now think about that for you. Maybe you've been stuck. Maybe you've been feeling, oh my God, things aren't changing on the outside. Everything's the same. It's moving the same. How many of you have experienced that? Maybe you're experiencing that right now. Well, if that's the case, understand that outcome, that repeated outcome, the outcome that's not changing, is because there hasn't been a change on the inside. That's all it is. It's really nothing else. And yes, it is that simple. But see, the difficult part is, okay, to change it. See, this is why this information is so important, because it shares with you the principles. This is why I'm so repetitive with everything. You know why? Because I understand that repetition is the mother of learning. And through this repetition, through the use of this, through this constant spaced application of it, guess what eventually happens? The change inside. Why? As within, so without. See, that's a principle, cause and effect, sowing and reaping. So with that, use it, and use it as if your life depends on it. You know what? Because it freaking does. All right. So with that, let's go into it, shall we? Let's go into where we left off yesterday and tie into this. Now we're going to read over this specific section again because it's really important. because it emphasizes what this chapter is about. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this over. This is introduction, part 24. This is the final part. Remember, we've gone through 23 chapters. And by the way, those of you who are just coming in, congratulations for being here. Understand that this is really important. Don't concern yourself about catching up. Trust that you will hear exactly what you need to hear when you need to hear it. You're here exactly at the right time to hear a message. Something's been calling out to you, boom, trust with that. Don't try to catch up. Don't worry about catching up. Just use what is coming to you at this moment, okay? All right, so this is the final part. If you have practiced each of the exercises a few minutes every day, as suggested, you will have found that you can get out of life exactly what you wish by putting into life what you wish, by giving life to an idea. Think about this, your goal. Okay. You want this to be a material fact on the outside. You got to give it your life. You don't have to follow it. Don't follow your dreams. Don't chase your dreams. How many of you have heard that before? Follow your dreams. Chase your dreams. Bad idea. I understand the message there, so you have a direction, but you don't need to follow them at all. You know why? Because they follow you. Have you noticed that? Your dreams follow you. They go with you everywhere you go. They're like a little kid. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. See, what you need to do is you need to give them life. Give your dream life. Put life into that which you wish. Vivify it with your own vitality, and it in turn will vivify you with its livingness, its spirit. So with this, if you've been doing these exercises, I mean, that's what you will have found, that you can get out of life exactly what you wish by first putting into life that which you wish. And you will probably agree that the most adept who said the master key thought is almost overwhelming. It's so vast, so available, so definite, so reasonable, so usable. And isn't it wonderful? It is vast. It is usable. You can use it for everything. Thought. The kingdom of heaven is the kingdom of thought. In the beginning was the word. That's a statement of principle. It's a statement of as within, so without. Everything starts in the mind. Type that in the comments. Everything starts in the mind. Your mind. Your beautiful mind. Your magnificent mind. Yeah, that means you are beautiful. That means you are magnificent. That means you are powerful. Why? Because you have access to it. Now, the fruit of this knowledge is, as it were, a gift of the gods. It is the truth that makes men free, not only free from every lack of limitation, but free from sorrow, worry, and care. You know what's going to deliver your freedom? It's not something on the outside. It's by you changing what's on the inside, which means it's your imagination. Your imagination is literally the key to your freedom. It's whether or not you use it in a way that serves you, in a way that's in harmony with how you'd love things to be. Think about it. When you want to make a change, you have to imagine the change first. Most people don't use their imagination. They're a slave to their imaginings. They're a slave to the patterns inside them that keep bringing up the same pictures inside. Remember, whatever that dominant thought is, that's what's attracted to you. So you could change it. Can you think whatever you want to think? Nod your heads. Yes, I can. Of course you can. You can imagine whatever you want. You know that, but now the challenge comes with overriding the pattern that's there. But if you do, you'll have power. If you're able to think truth regardless of the appearance, you have what's called power. With that, my reminder for you is that there's nothing that will shrink you easier than that. This comes from Wallace Wattles. He says, there's nothing that shrinks the minds of more men and women than that of sustained and consecutive thought. It is the hardest work in the world, especially when truth, how you would love things to be, is contrary to the appearance, contrary to what you believe to be true, contrary to the evidence of the senses. When you do that, when you do hold the image of how you love things to be, regardless of what's happening, again, you have power. Be able to externalize a change, claim your dominion over this earth. And yes, remember, you do have dominion over this earth. It's your birthright. You have it the same way that I do, the same way that everyone does. If you have dominion over your thoughts, you have dominion over everything that's happening on the outside. Why? Because the outside is just nothing more than the externalization of an idea, the externalization of an image. See, the real world you live in is not this physical world. It's not the things you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. It's not the home you're living in. That's not the real world. Those are all effects. The real world you live in is an imaginal world. It's a thought evolved world. Why? Because all of that came from imagination. You living where you are. I got news for you. You're there because in some way, shape, or form, there was an image in either your mind or someone else that led to that. You're working where you're working because of the same thing. You're earning what you're earning because of the same thing. The whole point is that when you use this, it will set you free. Isn't that wonderful to realize that omnipotent law is no respecter of persons, that it makes no difference what your past habit of thought may have been? The way has been prepared. It doesn't matter about your past. What matters is how you're going to move forward. What matters is you locking into what you would really, really want. Shifting it then from there to something that you're focusing on, to something you're focusing from. Now think about what he's saying here. The way has been prepared. What's the way that's been prepared? Well, the principles are here for you to use, and you've been given an imagination to use. Remember, in the beginning was the Word. It's an image, it's a picture. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. This is a statement of principle. All things were made by imagination. Without imagination was not anything made that was made. And you have one. See, the way has been made. You have freedom to choose your thoughts, don't you? Of course you do. So choose them wisely. Now, before we move further, those of you who are watching this on live stream, if you'd love to tap into the remainder of this call and to watch the recordings, of which there are many, then go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. You'll thank yourself later.